trying to show us. Life goes on, she says, from the high rise. I want back my life on the wrong side. Tears fall down and light up the night sky. I can't see you cry from the front line. Time floats by in the blink of an eye. You take one step back and then it goes by. From the bombs back home, would you give me a chance? You just lost too much, I don't know where we stand. Time floats by in the blink of an eye. You take one step back and then it goes by. Do you believe what you say when you say that you care? Do you believe what you say? Do you believe what you say?
Maybe I'm never enough, I'm sick and tired of fucking it up. Trying to put it together, it's not adding up. Talking a lot, but you can't back it up. Act like you care, but it's not holding up. It's getting harder, I can't open up. Tried over and over to show you my love. It's too bad that we don't give a fuck at all. Maybe I'm never enough, I'm sick and tired of fucking it up. Trying to put it together, it's not adding up. Talking a lot, but you can't back it up. Act like you care, but it's not holding up. It's getting harder, I can't open up. Tried over and over to show you my love. It's too bad that we don't give a fuck at all. Don't call me at 3 a.m. in the morning. Do not disturb, it's been getting annoying. You say that you care, but it's not really showing. Can't take it no more, that's why I've been ignoring your call. Cool if you don't care at all, but watch her to talk when you know that I'm trying to move on from you. Like what's wrong with you? We just go up and down and back and forth. I've been looking left and right and nothing works. I don't wanna talk cause I'll just make it worse. I'll just keep acting like it doesn't hurt. There's too much in my head, I gotta figure out. I've been on my own for a minute now. You cannot stay, I gotta kick you out. I cannot wait until I finish now. Maybe I'm never enough, I'm sick and tired of fucking it up. Trying to put it together, it's not adding up. Talking a lot, but you can't back it up. Act like you care, but it's not holding up. It's getting harder, I can't open up. Tried over and over to show you my love. It's too bad that we don't give a fuck at all. Maybe I'm never enough, I'm sick and tired of fucking it up. Trying to put it together, it's not adding up. Talking a lot, but you can't back it up. Act like you care, but it's not holding up. It's getting harder, I can't open up. Tried over and over to show you my love. It's too bad that we don't give a fuck at all.
Goodbye.
welcome into the stream. How are you doing? What's up? Good morning. I did not powder my face. I'm shiny as hell, man. Look at all the sweat on that forehead. Damn, cover it up. Only 2 minutes late. Oh shit, sorry, I was, yeah. For some reason, I really thought I was on time. I was like, oh, nailed it. Amazing work. Well, good morning, everybody. The reason I'm a little bit all over the shop is because this morning I spent 4 hours getting a bunch of different emulators and a bunch of different things working, and I did it, and we can play theoretically. And now I need you to remember that word. I need you to hold on to the word theoretically while I say this. Theoretically, we can play Donkey Kong original, Donkey Kong SES, Super Mario 64, or is it just Mario 64? Trying to actually fucking remember. What did I do this morning? Super Mario Brothers, Game Boy Advance, and this is the biggest theoretically of them all, Pokemon Fire Red. I'm gonna do them in order of jankiness. So we're gonna do the easiest one first, or the one that should work the best first, and then we're gonna get progressively more scuffed. The jank is real. No, genuine. It's not a joke. I don't know why you're laughing, actually. The jank is so real. 64 is the worst. No. I think the easiest will be Donkey Kong, because that doesn't rely on any sort of eye tracking software. We don't need eye tracking for that at all. It's just mind control for Donkey Kong, which is pretty cool. Pure mind control run. Sure. The hardest will definitely be Pokemon. Because what do you mean? 64 will be somewhere in the middle. It'll be somewhere in the middle. I'm not sure which. I think of Nintendo 64 and Super Mario Brothers, I can't tell which one will be the hardest, because I think Super Mario Brothers relies a lot on timing. So I think the controller might work better, but actually being successful at the game, I think 64 will win. But we'll find out. That's just my guess for now. Did you beat Elden Ring? We did. We beat the DLC. We're coming back to the DLC because I am trying to get some seamless co-op happening. And we're coming back to Elden Ring, coming back to the DLC. I was looking into playing Sekiro today. It's going to need more than 4 hours of prep time to do Sekiro Mind Control. So that's still on the table, and maybe some other Dark Souls games. So there we go. But yeah. Yeah, I beat it, Pure. Hi, Pure. Welcome in. I did. Are you proud of me? Thank you. Holy shit. Thank you. That sounds impossible. Everything always sounds impossible. And then you do it. And then you're like, oh, no way. And then you do the next thing. And then people say, that sounds impossible. And you see, I do think that Pokemon Fire Red is impossible. Pokemon Fire Red. Now, I always I always have wanted to double the BCI so that we can get twice the amount of mental command inputs. Always wanted to do that. Since I found out that that was an option, which actually I guess wasn't that long ago. Since I knew that was a thing that one could do, I have always my whole life wanted to do it. A few months ago. Anyway, but I've never really felt it. I've never really felt the urge so much as when I was trying to set up Pokemon Fire Red this morning. The urge was so real because I've set up, like, I'm going to show you when we do it, but I've sort of set up like a half gyro system. So none of them are using eye tracking. A few of them are using head tilt for some things. Now, with Pokemon, I've sort of set up like a half head tilt thing. So that way will be gyro, like forward and back, but then left and right will be mental commands. Shit, that's not gonna work, is that? I mean, it will work, but that would be terrible. We might change it. That sounds unplayable. It will be playable. Define playable. Will it be pleasant? No. Will it be fast? No. Will it work? Sorry. Will it work? Yes. So there we go. Anyway, I've got some bread here. It's just bread. No, it's got a little layer of Biscoff in between. It's a Biscoff sandwich, but I only had like 1 teaspoon of Biscoff. So it's pretty much bread. I'm joking. Not bread. It's a very thick sandwich. People keep saying this to me. I'm having deja vu. Have we done this before? We've done a thick brown bread Biscoff sandwich before, haven't we? We literally have. And then I said, sorry guys, I'm not gonna eat on stream ever again. Also, I ran out of coffee. So I put 2 Tetley tea bags in here. You folded it for why? For speed. But I put 2 Tetley tea bags in here. Someone told me, I don't know how much caffeine a tea bag has in it, but someone told me it was roughly half. So 2 of them. Caffeine, I guess. Yorkshire, less than Tetley. Oh, this is Yorkshire. So, I guess I'm offended. Wait, no, wait! Yeah, it's Yorkshire tea! Okay, I'm gonna say something that's gonna make most of you hate me if you guys are tea people. I like Earl Grey. And I hear how middle class that sounds. I like Earl Grey. I can fuck with a jasmine. I don't love a Tetley. And I don't love a Yorkshire. Sorry. Earl Grey's the best. Thank you. It's delicious. It's delicious. It's so nice. And people are like, oh no. Don't be a posh wanker. Delicious. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. If I can drink Earl Grey and not Tetley, my favorite kind of tea is licorice tea. Since I feel like we're vibing, and since I feel like I found my people, licorice tea. Licorice cinnamon tea. Delicious. So nice. Because it goes down like black tea, but then it's got a little sweet summon to it. YouTube chat isn't connected to the stream. Oh, thank you, Eku. Why? Oh. Oh. Because we're streaming on a different YouTube account. That's why. So if YouTube people, if you were to chat in my Pericardial Live, it would come up on the stream. But I'm not streaming on Pericardial Live. So let's connect up the right one, shall we? That makes sense. That's real obvious now that you say it. Feel kind of stupid. But there we go. Okay, that should work now. YouTubers, scream at me! Fill the screen if you can. Thank you for letting me use you as a test. Do we have you on the screen? YouTube people? No powder here. Oh, now no one's on the screen. If I was a ghost, oh, believe me. Believe me, let's believe it. Ghost. I was a ghost. Let's believe me. Alright, come here. Are you not gonna work? Hi, random Nori. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? I said all of your names wrong. Every single one of them. I'm sorry. I kind of just like went for speed instead of accuracy, and that was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. There you are! YouTube people, chat! Chat in the YouTube chat! Chat in the Twitch chat! Let me see if this works. Do it! Do it right now! Yeah! Yeah, we got you. Amazing work. Let's do it. Excuse me. We're doing science.
Really, I just think that I can make a meal. By myself, I do not need to sign no fucking deal. I'ma do it either way, like how the fuck you feel. Bitch, I'm feeling reckless, guess it's time to go and break a seal. Think I need some pills in my pockets. Think I need some pills in my
This is what science looks like. It's moist every now and then. These are saline pads. These are cotton pads, I think. Or felt
Roku
or
says,
something. Anyway,
"Earl Grey
I'm
is
soaking them in
typically only
saline
liked by
solution, contact
Americans
solution
trying
for your
to be all
eyeballs.
hipster."
Doesn't matter, it's just
Brooklyn
salt water.
saying they're culture BC, they drink British tea.
To
When
make
in
him
fact,
super
nobody
conductive.
in Britain other than snobby middle-class people drinks it.
And then we
LL
wait
now.
for a little bit, and then I'll put the
Yorkshire is
EEG on.
king.
I'll tell you how it works, blah, 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 and we'll go into our first game. So while we wait, let me tell you what the plan is, and let me tell you what I've done, and let me tell you what the first game is, and we can introduce it, and we can talk about it. You're talking over your TTS. Oh shit, sorry. I didn't have this plugged in, you see. So. Thank you for the bits, Worko. Earl Grey is typically only liked by Americans trying to be all hipster in Brooklyn, saying their culture because they drink British tea when in fact nobody in Britain other than snobby middle class people drink it. LMAO, Yorkshire is king. I like Earl Grey. But I am a snobby middle class upper middle person. Not upper. I am a snobby middle class person, so there we go. I guess you're right. So, we have the same job. If I'm snobby middle class, so are you. That's how it works. It's about profession and how you view yourself in terms of sociocultural stereotypes. And about your parents' possession, and about how you view money. There's actually lots of different definitions of how you define class. People can pick and choose which definition they prefer. And that's why no one agrees on what anything is, because, you know. The point is, if I'm middle class, so are you. I've heard your accent, okay? Have you heard you speak? Thank you. Oh, I'm Worko. I'm one of the people. Okay. I'm one of the people, he says. Look, we can't all get famous by mind controlling. All right, Fallout London, settle down. Sorry, how's that going, by the way? You can hear my screams then. Were you screaming, Paul? Paul, why were you screaming? Paul, why did you do that? Oh my god, welcome in. Hi, Bear. Did I study psychology? Yes, I did. Yes. Yeah. Hi, Random. What's up? Welcome in. Thank you for chatting in the chat. I appreciate that. Hi, Nagini. How does the mind control remote actually work? Do you know what? You are perfectly on time for that question. You know, I probably would have ignored you had you come half an hour later, because then we would have already heard, and then like someone would get annoyed at me for saying it too often. And then someone will get annoyed at me for not saying it often enough, and so I just let the mods do it. Sorry, mods. Love you, mods. Mwah. But perfect timing. Excellent work. It's like you knew I need to shut up. Have I taken my pills? No. That makes sense. So this is how my EEG works. I have it in a box somewhere. It's on the bed. I'll show it to you later. It's an EEG, exclamation mark code to go to the website, the ones that sell it. It picks up your brain activity. Your brain looks super different when you're thinking about different things. I'll show this all to you when I set it up properly, but your brain looks super different when you're thinking about different things. I have a BCI, a brain computer interface that Emotive made. I didn't make it, but they made it. And that basically can record your pattern of brain activity when you're thinking about something specific. So if I was to imagine, for example, just off the top of my head, totally unrelated, pushing a cube, then it would basically record for those 10 seconds while I'm actually pushing the cube or imagining pushing the cube, it will record what my brain activity looks like. And then you do that hundreds of times. And then all of a sudden the software can go, hey, I recognize that. That's push cube brain. And then when it does that, it sends an input through to my controller to press a button on it. And then I have 4 of those. So I can press 4 buttons on a controller. And then we use joysticks, although we're not really using joysticks. We're not gonna start using joysticks today. So for the first game we play today, Donkey Kong, it will just be that, just those 4 buttons. Maybe even 3 buttons. It's Donkey Kong. Anyway, it'll be just those 4 buttons. But then when we start doing Mario, we'll start using gyro as well to do some up and down, some character movements. And then when we move on to Pokemon, and no, we actually didn't go beyond that. That's all we're doing today. For Elden Ring, I also have eye tracking to turn the camera. But we're doing like retro games today, so we don't need that. And then sometimes I'll have voice commands if we need extra buttons, but we're not using that today either. But that's Elden Ring. Elden Ring's a bit more complicated than the games we're gonna put together today. But that's it. That's basically it. And I'll show you properly how it works and set it all up when we do that. For now, the reason we're not doing that right now is because I'm waiting for these bad boys to soak. Harry, you wait like that every single time, every single stream. Why don't you soak them before the stream? Shut up! What are you my mom? I don't understand. How did you get in here? Oh, my chat was frozen. I thought no one was talking to me for 7 minutes, but oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. How can you speak that fast? I say it like 22 times a day. Just approximation. No begrudgment. Love it. I actually love it. I love it so much. I keep talking about it even when I'm off stream and people say, Perry, we know, you know. But do you know how my game controller works? I love it so much, but because I say it so often, it's just practice, man. You can do anything super fast if you try hard enough. Boys in chat, you know. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't. Hi, Holly, welcome in. Or, sorry, Hale. Hi, Hale. Hi, Corncake. I'll listen to whatever you say, British lady. Welcome. That was very fast. It'll be super easier to follow when we set it up properly. What's the software you use to recognize the brain patterns? It's Emotive's BCI. So Emotive are the company that make the headset, !code to go to their website. Code doesn't work, website does. And then they have a BCI. It's their one. So, thank you, Jesus. I saw a meme this morning. Just the one meme. I saw a meme of a rower. There's a really good professional rower, and his name is Jay Christ, and people were complaining that he had an unfair advantage. Because he walks on. Oh, because he walks on water. Funny. Sorry, I'm your 40-year-old mother, and I've just discovered Facebook. You know that meme. It's a good one. Yes, I enjoyed that meme quite a lot. The memes, if you will. It should actually be pronounced meme because it's short for memetics. Richard Dawkins. Richard Dawkins theory. So, it's not how abbreviations work. Tell me how abbreviations work then, Tissue. Go on then. How do abbreviations work? We're all listening. Teach us, Tissue. Do you want to get on the mic? Do you want to come around here? You want to get on the mic and tell us all how abbreviations work, Tish, since you know. I don't know how abbreviations work. It's true. Where is my lippy? Yes, okay, I'm gonna find that, and then I'll be back in like 2 seconds. But what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna take you through the first game that we're gonna play. I'm gonna take you through how the controller works for that game and why it's gonna be janky as fuck. And bear with me. Today is gonna be a very fun, very upsetting stream. Very tumultuous, very everything's broken stream. And we're gonna do 4 different games. None of them have I done with mind control before. I spent 4 hours, an hour per game, that's not quite true, but 4 hours this morning setting them all up and figuring out what all the controllers should be. So I'll take you through the first one we're gonna do, how it works, what we're gonna do with it, And then I'll set up the EEG, tell you how the controller works, plug us all in. I can't promise that will be quick, but it might be quick, and then we'll do the game. I'm gonna find my lippy though, because I'm feeling very you know. Do you know? You know. Some of you know. There! Ah! I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay. Y'all know that Poppin scared the crap out of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why is your fan pointing to outside the window? Excellent question, Killed by Kappa. Behold, science. Fan! Now, you could put the fan on you. You could put the fan on you, and that would be great. That would be great. But the thing is, it doesn't necessarily cool the whole room down. And at a certain point, you're gonna max out how much cooler that actually makes you, right? Because you're gonna get cool from the fan, and then there's gonna cap out. I don't want it to cap out because it's 26 fucking degrees today. I want maximum coolage. So what I've done is I put the fan there at the bottom. The window is open. I've opened the top of the window and I've opened this window. So what's gonna happen is the hot air, as the air gets blown out, air has to come in. And so I'm getting all the new air from outside coming in here and here, right next to my desk. Thank you. I'm getting all the new air coming inside while my old air is getting removed. So far, it's less effective, but it was very effective last night. And that's what your mom said. Physics. Thank you. Thank you. It's already working, though. I'm gonna... No! Why are you spinning? Okay. I take my cooling seriously. Thank you so much. Very so active and on fire today. Must be the weather. Yes. It's the weather. I'm fine. I'm doing good. I'm just excited. It's gonna be a really good stream. So let me show you. Let me show you what the stream is. What the game is. So the game that we're gonna... The game that we're gonna start with is... Drumroll, please. I actually already told you, but no one listens to me. So drumroll, please! Donkey Kong SES. We're gonna start with Donkey Kong SES because this is the one that I've been meaning to do forever, and I was just too lazy to do it. So, we're making amends today. Minesweeper! Fuck off! How the fuck am I gonna do Minesweeper? Actually, how the... Oh, that sounds really fun. The same way I do chess. That sounds really fun. How the fuck... I've never won a game as Minesweeper. Not once. Not one time. I get close every time. But at a certain point, like, when you're right at the end, it's luck, isn't it? 99% of the time, if not every single time, when you're right at the end, it's a choice of two. It's 50-50 whether or not you actually win. So I can be on there with the biggest fucking map on the hardest fucking difficulty for 20 minutes of my goddamn life. And then at the end, it's 50-50. It's bullshit. That's what she said. It's 50-50? Like, whether or not she has fun. Like, flip a coin. Dude. Alright, so this is how Donkey Kong's gonna work. Alright, we have a Game Boy Advance emulator. Please don't sue me, Nintendo. It was so long ago. Please don't. I have bought a copy of your game. Please don't sue me, otherwise I'll do a Uri Geller. I'll do a Uri Geller. I'll curse you with my alien telekinetic energy. All right, Nintendo. Anyway, come with me. So I have a emulator. That's not interesting. The interesting part is the game. No, it's not. It's not. I'm just gonna put this on just for the aesthetic. Anyway, so the nostalgia, I know. So, how it's gonna work is, in this emulator, you can bind a controller, and my Mind Control game controller is an Xbox controller, which is a virtual Xbox controller. You can bind a controller, and that's what I spent 2 hours of my life this morning doing, trying to bind a controller. Now, that's not a good idea, because even though it worked great, and there's nothing wrong with that at all, the problem is that I can't actually bind it. See, this is what I mean. When I'm doing mind control stuff, and I'll show you this properly later, but when I'm doing mind control stuff, the stupidest shit is the thing that absolutely slams me into the ground. These stupidest, tiniest things that I just haven't thought about. So, you know, this is all well and good. Yeah, I can keybind various things to various buttons, and that's great. For example, I could keybind the right arrow key to push, or an A on an Xbox controller, so pushing forward, which means that cool. So I push a cube and he goes right. Easy. But I can't actually keybind it. Because, let me show you. It's so dumb. Chat, it's so dumb. Feel alright. So this is a virtual EEG. What I can do is I can simulate it doing a detection. So I've not actually put an EEG on my head. I'm not actually imagining anything, but this is as if I was. So it's sending like the same input through to a mind control game controller, basically, is what it would be. Which reminds me, I actually do have to open that as well, otherwise this isn't gonna do anything. Obviously. City bitch. Time cube. Alright. So look what happens if I try and keybind something. I'm gonna select push here, which means that on my virtual game controller it will be spamming A. Now if I go here and I try and keybind it, it just goes and goes forever, and I can't stop it. I can't do one at a time. This software doesn't allow you to change only one input. It tries to be helpful and automatically snaps to the next input. So there's nothing I can do. Now, I can code in a only push the button once, and since I've been doing Minecraft like 6, 7, 8 months ago, I've been wanting a push the button only once button, but I haven't done it yet because I'm lazy. Now, so I can't keybind. It's so dumb. I can't keybind it. But that's okay, because what I've done is I've used Rewazd. Put a 1 in the chat if you've used Rewazd. I know it's not called Rewazd, but that's what I call it. That sounds like a 5-minute fix. All right, top coder, do it for me. do it for me. I'll give you a $5. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, I use Rewazd basically, which now means I've got 3 types of controllers. I've got 3 virtual controllers working at once, which is so stupid, but it's how we're doing it. So I have an EEG. I will imagine pushing something forward. On my virtual controller, it will push an A button on an Xbox controller. That A button will get sent to WASD, okay, which turns it into a virtual keyboard, right? So when I press A, it'll press Z on the keyboard. Now, this virtual controller takes that Z, okay, and will push B on a Game Boy controller. And then we can play Donkey Kong. And you're gonna hear a lot of that. That's basically how all of this works. Yep. Dear God. Dear God, indeed. That's what we're doing. That's what I've decided that we're doing. Was there an easier way? Almost definitely. But this is the way I found. I think it'll be fine. So I guess the only thing left to do is to start doing it. We're going to start with Donkey Kong, and then my games, I've got 4 games for you today. They're all retro, they're all classic, you're going to love them. They get progressively harder and harder to do. So this is the simple one, actually. This three-party controllerception is the simple one, and they're gonna get a bit more complicated and janky as we go along. So let's do it. Let's do it. And this will be mind control only, which is always really fun. So I'm going to put my hair up. I'm just doing this first so that I don't have to unplug the EEG because I didn't charge it much last night. I didn't charge it at all last night. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? I don't need to lie to you. You know me. We're mind controlling a virtual controller to control a virtual controller that controls a virtual controller. Yes. To play Donkey Kong. Yes. I'm just proud of myself. I'm just proud of myself that I figured something out, okay? I got it working, all right? That's all you need to do. Oh, there's some more jank for today's stream, which I think is incredibly fitting. So, I'm gonna show you in a second. This is unrelated to the software part. I also have some hardware jank. So my EEG, I've been using it quite, rigorously for about 1.5 years now. This current one that I'm using. So basically, they get a little bit, there's some wear and tear, and I've kind of been dousing it in salt, and I've been leaving pads in overnight and all of this stuff. So basically, I think the metal or the plastic is getting worn down, and so they keep coming loose. All the electrodes keep coming loose, and if it comes too loose, they snap, and the whole electrode's done did it. I did that the other day, broke one. Haha, still got one left. But basically, one has come loose, and I didn't have time to fix it. I also don't trust myself fixing them because I'm very clumsy, and I tend to shake for no reason. I'm like a scared cat. So I don't like fixing them. Cleedum is good at fixing them, my roommate person. So I don't fix them, and I didn't want to risk it because this is my last one. If I had another one, I would probably risk it and fix it for you guys, but it's my last one. So what I did was I stuck duct tape over it. Oh my god! Look at my duct tape electrode. Isn't she? Wait, can you even see it? There she is. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she glorious? So we're gonna use that duct taped up EEG to control the controllers to control the controllers to control the controller to play Donkey Kong. Let's go! I hate myself. It's just one of them days, I see you dabble as an engineer. The duct tape and the fan. Yes, I too see myself as something of an engineer. Don't sleep on the WD-40 either. When she gets a bit creaky, we'll spritz up that bad boy. Yes, indeed. Alright. So, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take these. These are super conductive now, hopefully, because they've been in salt water for their entire lives. And I'm gonna insert them into each of the electrodes, and that's gonna be the conduit between my scalp and the metal in them, which actually picks up the brain activity. Just to improve the signal. That's how this one is designed. Other EEGs, they use a specific gel, and there's a bunch of different kinds, but this one is designed for salt water, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. The Fibonacci sequence of controllers. It's, I like to think of it as something like, I want to say Da Vinci Code, but I've not actually seen and or read the Da Vinci Code. I just feel like it's Da Vinci Code in vibes, but I don't know if that's what the film is about. I don't think that's what the film is about. I'm talking too fast. You're thinking too slow! Sorry, I'll slow down. People have told me this before. It's something that I'm working on. Sometimes I have a metronome on my other screen so that I can pace my speaking. You could also afford to process faster! But, you know, that's not something I'm working on, so we all focus on ourselves. I've never heard about the Da Vinci. The Da Vinci Code? It's just like I don't think it's very good. People love it. It's like a classic. But I've heard that objectively it's bad. But that doesn't matter. I like Twilight. I do like Twilight. I stand by it. Everyone is abusing everyone. Every single person sucks. There isn't a single healthy relationship among them. Except Alice and Jasper. Rosa. All of the vampires, they're fine. Apart from Edward. He sucks. Anyway, the point is, I like Twilight. It's good content. Not everything has to be deep and meaningful to be enjoyable. Okay? If you want to read, like, some stupid little chick flick on the beach, you read your stupid little chick flick on the beach, okay? Don't let anyone make you feel weird about it, man. Buddy. I think you speak in a normal speed. Oh no, Andre, how much caffeine have you had? Although I tend to speak super fast myself, yeah, so it might not make any difference to me. You're the sort of person to watch YouTube videos on 2x speed? Me too. But that's bad, actually. I'm realizing it because I think I speak normal, but I don't talk to anyone in real life, and I watch YouTube videos on 2x speed, so my normal has been skewed so much. Thank you, Hale. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, November. What's up? Did you watch the new Deadpool movie? Not yet. I was gonna yesterday. But then my friend said, let's watch Maxine instead. And then Maxine wasn't on at the cinema. So we ended up playing Elden Ring. So, but is it good? Is it good, Mummy Maxine, right? Because I saw X, the horror film X, and I assume it's in the same cinematic universe because it's by the same director and it's like the same character and stuff. But yeah, Elden Ring is the answer. Like 42. I always thought this. This is what I say constantly, all the time. I'm trying so hard not to break this thing. If I've broken it, well, I may have broken it already. If it's broken, everything is fucked. I have no other stream plan today. I spent 4 hours setting this stream up. If the EEG is broken, I have nothing else to tell you about. I have nothing else to do today. So you could edit with me if you want. Just do my work. Use me as a screensaver or something, you know. All right. So I think we're good to put it on my head. Moment of truth. If you hear it, let me know. Actually, don't let me know. I don't want to know. I'm so fucking nervous. Look, oh, the duct tape. Oh, the duct tape. I tried to tap the duct tape all down because I realized if the duct tape gets on my hair, it's gonna hurt like a motherfucker. Worse than it hurting, much worse, I could pull the tape off with my hair and break the electrode. We could play a game the normal way. What do you mean? The normal way? This is the... What do you mean? I don't get it. No comprendo. You should shave shiny bald. I would love to be shiny bald. I think everyone would love to be shiny bald. Mind control is the new normal. Thank you. Thank you. Oh shit, this is the... This is the duct tape one. Right at the front and center. I'm so happy about that. I'm so pleased that my duct taped electrode is the one that's gonna make it into all of the clips. Ciao, Master. Welcome in. How are you doing? Never mind. Too difficult to explain. Because the thing is, I have so many different kinds of controllers on my screen. You know? So I don't really know what's going on. Hi, Miles. Welcome. More pictures in the Discord. Pictures? We have pictures? Oh, pictures. Pictures. Of your dog. Oh, lovely. I was trying to decide of what. I was like, oh no, has someone done something? I murdered a lamb. Here's all my selfies with the dead lamb. I wouldn't put it past you guys. Not you, Eku. But, you know, I've seen some stuff on the internet. And I'm like, damn, am I gonna have to go away and mod? Okay. Will you feel an electric pulse? No. No, this doesn't put anything out. It just reads. It's less than a phone. It doesn't do anything. It just goes, huh, cool, and then sends it to the tutor. Okay, are those on my bone? Yes, they are. Are those by my fleshy eye bits? Yes, they are. These are even. Kind of. Welcome in, Mug. How are you doing? We have a lot of Brazilian people here. I like it. It's interesting. I just wonder why, like, a disproportionate amount of Brazilian people, which is great, but it's confusing. But I'm not complaining. And now I need earbuds for me so that I can actually hear you guys. Did you beat the DLC? We did! We did! We're gonna come back to it in Seamless Co-op. That's the plan. But I need to make some friends first. Give me one business day. Oh, chat. I went to a Japanese restaurant the other day, and the waitress on my way out said, arigato something. Something that sounds like gozaimasu. And I was going to say it back, but I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce that second word. So I was just like, thank you. What is the second word? Oh, it is gozaimasu. Oh, it is. No way. GG. Thanks, Uber. So I could have been, you know, polite and respectful, but I went for arrogant and British instead. It's our best move. All right. So now I have the EEG on my head. Come with me. Let's set it up. There's going to be quite a lot on the screen. There doesn't have to be. I'm going to just reduce what's on the screen then, shall I? Let's just do that. All right. Come here. So, this is my EEG. That's not my EEG. That's a simulated EEG. I need to disconnect that. Thank you, producer. Welcome in. This is my EEG. And this is how well it's touching my head. Let's fix all this up and then I'll show you how it works. I'm so happy that the one I duct taped up, which if I'm right is this one. Keep an eye on, remember this for the rest of the stream. Keep an eye on F7. F7 is fucked. F7 is clinging on for dear life with Gorilla Tape. But it does work. I know, bulk. I was so stressed out. I was so nervous. I'm so pleased that we're seeing green. This is how well it's touching my head. And this is how good the signal is. Hold still, should go to 100. First try, first try. It did get to 100. I was pretty pleased with that. But let's try and make it a little bit more stable. This is saline solution. Contact solution. But you can use salt water too. It's the same thing. Do you calibrate with your head? With my 5 head? With my huge fuck off 5 head? Yes. Hard snow. I'm glad it's this one. This is not the botched one, I hope. I just sweat super hard. Yeah, having a super greasy scalp has never been a benefit for me in any way, except now. So, we got any greasy girlies in? Greasy girlies? Girly is regardless of gender. You can be a girly for anything. Greasy girly is in! Woo! There you go, you little holdout slut. Sorry. What are you? F3. F3, you need to get your shit together. Alright, so here's how it works. Here's how it works. This is an EEG. I can't say that anymore. This is an EEG. It goes on your head. It reads your brain activity. Here's my brain activity. For each one of these electrodes, there is a line. Each one of these lines represents how much my brain is doing at that particular point. It's electromagnetic activity, which is how your neurons communicate to each other. That's how you do everything. They send little electric pulses to each other. They just go. And then that's how you have imagination or something. Are you tired of explaining? Kind of never, Bulk. I know. I think it's the tism. I don't know. I've leaned in, man. I have too many symptoms. Anyway. It's fine. Anyway. So what was I saying? This is my brain activity. Right. Your brain looks super different when you're imagining or thinking about or doing different things. Your brain is always different. Always. About anything that you do. Now, this only has 14 sensors, so it's not going to be super refined and accurate. So I can't just like imagine anything super, super subtle because it's not going to, it's going to be like, why that looks vaguely the same. Do you know what I mean? So it has to be really different. But just to demonstrate, your brain looks super different when you're doing different things. This is me talking to you. Now, if I was to push a cube forward, spin a plate, get super tense and angry, hot in the face, and imagine a little cricket hopping while I pulse my inner ear muscles. See how different that is? Now, I've used Emotive's BCI, brain-computer interface. It's just an interface between your brain and your computer. Brain-computer interface used to scare me as a word, and then I realized it's literally just that. And it's not anything else that's like particularly special. Time cube! So this is the training software. Sorry, I'm playing some incredibly emo sad boy music, and I do like it. I'm not complaining. Like, this slaps. But it's not now. Not for now. Sims music, that's better. Okay, anywho. Pyro, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Mice. Welcome in. Hi, Beetle. Thank you so much for the sub as well. You guys are so sweet. 21, Jesus Christ. And 9 is a baby. Thank you. So this is the brain-computer interface that remembers these patterns of brain activity. Right? And so what I'll do, and we'll do some training now, is I'll go through, I'll think of a specific thing for 10 seconds at a time. It will record the pattern of brain activity when it does that. And then once you've done that enough, it will start recognizing them. So now if I was to push a cube, and I'll show you this in conjunction with my controller so you can see it all come together. If I now imagine pushing a cube, you'll see the pattern of brain activity here change. It will go a lot flatter because that's what it looks like. And then it'll get recognized by the BCI. The cube will start pushing forward. And then the word push on my controller will light up red, and then it'll press whatever button I want on a virtual Xbox controller. Similarly, I can spin a plate, get super tense and angry, and imagine a cricket hopping. Just about. We need to train it. And there it is. That's how it works. That's it. That's the whole thing. And that's all we're using to do Donkey Kong. For other games, like for Elden Ring, we use an eye tracker to do the joystick, so camera and movement. We're going to use half of a gyro to do some games later when it gets more complicated. And then also for Elden Ring, we have like voice commands that fill in any other buttons we need, because that's only 4 buttons. And I can't press more than 1 button at once, so to compensate for that if we needed to summon Torrent or whatever. But don't need to do any of that for Donkey Kong. So it's a pure mind control. Nothing else, just mind control Donkey Kong. It's gonna be sick. But let's train it up. How do you control getting angry? I imagine the symptoms of getting angry. So like I'll tense my whole body, or I'll imagine tensing my whole body. I'll imagine being super hot in the face, and I'll be like, I don't have the game open. Was that too loud? I'm sorry. I don't have the game open. Do I? My brain just opened it. But I don't have a controller open. Yeah, that's on me. That's the autoplay. I don't have a controller open. There's no way it could have done that. Was that one of you? Did one of you do that? It doesn't say you did. What the fuck? Can you lend me a mind control device? You might have to convince me. Hi, Rubik. Welcome in. How are you doing? It's alive. It's evolving on its own. I don't have a controller open. There's no reason it would do anything. What's that? Nothing. Anyway, let's train up. So this is my neutral. Here I'm not going to think about anything in particular, but I might try and recreate the conditions of the game. So since I'm streaming, I might be talking a bit. I'll have my hands up still, even though we're not like... Yeah, I'll have my hands up. We're not using gyro, so I'm not going to add gyro to this. I'm not going to add gyro to this because we don't want that as a neutral. I'm not going to be moving my head this stream. Not much, anyway. Although maybe a little bit for the later game, so maybe I'll do that. But not for Donkey Kong. Yeah. I might do one where I'm not saying anything. Or I'll do a little bit. A little bit of talking. So funny. But then, mostly not. Which one's F3? F3 isn't the duct tape one, is it? Because F3 going wild. I don't know if you saw that. F3 is not the duct tape one. Oh, thank God. Can I solve the delay between Twitch and YouTube? It's already kind of on the fastest as far... Oh, wait. No, different channel. It might not be. Hold on. Let's see. You might be correct. Maybe... Sorry, chat. I guess the game just cycles through. Like, that's an auto thing. Where is it? Where are you, YouTube? Oh yeah, you're on edge for me right now. Let's see, shall we? Can I show you this? I'm sure I can. I'm sure there's no reason. There's nothing here that I can't show you. Stream latency. Oh yeah, it's on normal. Oh. Okay, what I'll do is I'll end stream. On YouTube, not on Twitch. Twitch, you're fine. I'll end stream on YouTube, and then I'll change the latency, and I'll come straight back. So refresh your page. You might have to go back onto my profile, maybe. I don't really know how YouTube works. YouTube's weird. All right, see you in a tick. Stream finished.